let me bring you up to speed with what's happening at the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. You saw Group A and Group B go through successfully, smooth, without any headaches. But that group, Group C, headache all over. Like, we're all confused, basically everyone. But then if you had followed the conversations prior to the last round of games, you knew whatever was going to happen, right? The head-to-head issue coming into play. It was evident. It was clear what the plan was, and for all the parties that went into the final round of games, they knew exactly what to expect and what was going to happen at the end of their games. So you saw Malawi finish top of Group C, Nigeria come in second, and Zambia, despite having 6 points, having to go home due to not so much goals they scored against the teams involved in the tiebreaker, that is Malawi and then Nigeria. For Egypt, their fate had already been decided, so they were far gone. Yeah, they were. Not going into the quarterfinals. They were gone home. Then now attention turns to what many are expecting in Group D. You have Cameroon sitting top. You have Ghana sitting second. Mali in groups. Mali in third. I beg your pardon. And then you have Cape Verde. Cape Verde, just like Egypt, they are far gone, gone home. Cameroon are assured of a first place finish or top spot finish. So then it boils down to the game between Ghana and Mali. And this is where things get interesting. If you are the Black Queens of Ghana, a win or draw is good enough to take you through the next round of the competition. If you are Mali, all you need is a win and a win. Like anything aside a win, I'm sorry, you're also going home. You are going to join Cape Verde, right? And a bit of interesting stats, if you are looking at how Ghana and Mali games has panned out at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. If you're Ghanaian, you're excited, aren't you? Because it looks really good for you or for us. And this is the chart, right? Or this is the case. Ghana and Mali have played 5 times in the history of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. First was in 2002, then in 2006, then 2016, then 2018, and then 2024. Guess what? Mali have won just once out of those 5 meetings, and that came on our own home soil, when we hosted the competition in 2018. We lost 2-1 to Mali, and that result ended our hopes of advancing into the knockout phases of that competition, coupled with that 1-1 draw against Cameroon in the final group game. But then in 2002, Ghana beat Mali by 2-0. In 2006, Ghana beat Mali by 1-0. In 2016, Ghana beat Mali by 3-1. And then in 2024, in that second round group game, we played out a 1-1 draw. So that is the interesting head-to-head stuff between Ghana and Mali. So you'd want to think Ghana has an upper hand over Mali in that regard. Then there is Ghana's third round games, in group stage games, as far as the WAFCON is concerned. A bit positive. Yeah, very, very interesting. Look, I've been looking at the statistics for quite some time, and maybe, just maybe, the notion that, or the idea that the Black Queens go into tournaments, it's maybe the right thing to say. Because if you look at, Ghana has been at the tournament, this is our 12th participation, right? So in the previous 11, in 2012 we didn't qualify, in 2022 we didn't qualify as well. So if you are looking at the statistics, the only time Ghana lost a final group game was in 2010. 2010, and that was against Equatorial Guinea. Back then, they were heavyweight as far as women's football on the continent is concerned. That is the only time Ghana lost a final group game. So interesting times ahead. If you are looking at other results that wasn't a win, you would have to go back to 2018, which was that 1-1 draw against Cameroon. So that is 2 out of 11 that Ghana has not won. Interesting, right? Yeah. Find it interesting too, and that is what gives the optimism that the Black Queens could actually go on to do what many expect them to do, beat Mali or at least get a point and then advance into the next phase of the competition. But bear in mind that it is not rocket science. They will need to up their performance, as many have been speaking about. The likes of Jennifer Kujo, the likes of Chantel, the likes of Doris Boudua, despite scoring, she still needs to up her performance. Alice Kusi needs to be involved more. Whoever takes that left wing position needs to come in with some bit of energy. And also, Benedict Simone, she needs to up her game as well. Calls for comforts, whether that will be adhered to by Kim Lasbreke, doesn't look like it. Will probably go with his trusted backline, but then our game the Black Queens game needs to improve, and if they are to do that, they also need to add a bit of physicality to their game. And so yeah, that is the interesting update I am bringing to you from Casablanca this morning. Or as you are watching me, kindly subscribe to my channel, like, comments, and then share. I'll see you another time.